I'm looking at you. Today we're going to talk about eye contact and why it is important for an actor to get eye contact right after the bump. Hey there, I am Doug Fahl, your augmented actor, helping you augment your acting career with tips, tactics, and tech. Now, I don't like Brussels sprouts, but I know that they are healthy for me. So for everyone who subscribes to my channel from this video, I will eat a Brussels sprout. So if you want me to be healthy, subscribe to my channel. It's all on you. Today is a short video. We're just going to talk about eye contact while you're acting on stage or in film. When we start out as actors, we might take an acting class and our teacher might run us through a series of exercises. And these exercises are meant to break us out of our ruts, help us discover ourselves, help us get over some of our emotional blocks, and help us connect with our scene partners. And one of those connection exercises that is very common in acting classes is to sit opposite another person and stare into their eyes and discover your vulnerability. The thing is that most of these acting teachers never tell you that you don't need to do that on stage. When you make eye contact with a person in real life, you are usually doing it when you want them to listen, when they're really engaged in a conversation, and when you know what you're saying, when it's a pointed statement or an argument or something that's very direct or very personal, you look them in the eyes. When you're serious about something, when you're talking to your kid, you look them in the eyes. But otherwise, most conversations in real life, you tend to not stare at a person directly in the eyes 100% of the time. Now, I'm looking at you in the eyes right now because I'm doing an in-camera look at you. You are free to look wherever you want and you may glance around the room, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a scene between you and another actor. So in real life, we're often thinking things while we're having a conversation. We might look up or try to imagine something that the other person said, or you might be trying to think of a sound or a memory. I have a video that's more specific about where the eyes go when you think. You can check that out. But when you're in conversation with somebody, you're thinking, you're looking down at the ground, maybe you're looking up at the sky. You're often avoiding direct eye contact because that's what people do. You also might have some activity, some motivation, something that you're doing or in the scene. If you're angry at somebody, you don't necessarily look at them. You might be avoiding looking at them because it's too hard to take, or they might soften your resolve. You really want to think of things that your character would or would not do in that certain situation, in that scene, and let your eye contact follow. In film, the eyes are very important. I also did another video about acting with your eyes. You can see that on the screen now too. The eyes are very important, and you often need to direct focus. In a film, just a simple glance to the side can direct focus to the next edit. Can show an insert shot that something that the actor is looking at. On stage, you might need to tell the audience who you're speaking to by looking at them directly. But once you've established that connection, once we know who you're talking to, you can look up, you can look down, you can look all around, you can avoid eye contact. And that is the general gist of what I'm trying to say today. Don't lock your eyes in eye contact with another person unless you really intend it to be a serious moment, a focused moment. And that will give a little bit of polish to your acting routine, to your characters, and give a little bit more realism to your performance. And I also wanted to just state that when you're in an audition, you never want to make eye contact with the people that are auditioning you, the auditors. You want to make eye contact when you greet them and talk to them, but then when you're performing your monologues, you want to look over their head at somebody else, at the reader, something like that. You don't need to ever lock eyes with your auditor, so keep your eye contact out of auditions altogether. But when you picture your imaginary scene partner above the auditor's head, it's okay to glance away from that point. As long as you bring the monologue or the song back to that point occasionally, we will understand that the person is placed above the heads. But give yourself permission to look away from that point, because it's very awkward if I'm singing a song and I'm constantly looking at just this person the whole time, because nobody does that, right? So give yourself permission to sing the phrase, here, I love you, and then I'm sick to my stomach, I don't know what I'm doing, and then I love you, and you know, that kind of thing. We're done. Check out these other videos that you see on your screen. Subscribe to the channel, hit like, share this with your friends. Love you. See you next time. Bye-bye.